Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I bid to our respective lecturer, Dr. Ili Amalina binti Ahmad Sabri. In this video, our group will be presenting about online university examination system. This group consists of 5 members. The first one is myself, Nisha Fahani binti Khairifozi. The next one is Muhammad Afirul Haziq bin Samsudin, Muhammad Nazrin bin Hazrul Nizam, Akmal Hisham bin Ahmad Faris, and last but not least, Nur Elia Farhana binti Zainuddin. The main contents that we will be presenting in this video is first introduction to the system, the next one is functional requirements, non-functional requirement, system architecture, and last but not least, user interface design. Before going into details about this online university examination system, allow me to introduce a little bit about this system. Over the years, educational system has evolved to great levels and the credit majorly goes to the technological advancements. With the introduction of learning management system and smart classroom, teachers and lecturers have been given the power to make their teaching ecosystem more interactive and easy to track the overall progress. The advent of online examination system has also brought some huge advancements to the conventional assessment system. It has made the assessment method entirely automated, comprehensive, accurate, and instant. Such technological evolution has not just brought ease to the teachers or educators, but has also introduced a lot of benefits for the students and test takers. So what is exactly an online examination system for university? An online examination system is the complete agenda of an online-based test which has got multiple features and functionalities. The online examination system uses online exam software through which the tests are created, conducted, and also evaluated. This type of examination system has got multiple benefits. Few of them are that it eliminates the dependency on paper for question and answer sheet and eliminates any sort of manual workload which is too much in case of an offline test. So how does online examination system works? An online examination system, especially for university, the entire steps involved in a paper-based test right from the beginning till the end is digitalized with the use of online assessment software.
Scope of the system. This project covers a diverse range of topics from education concept to computer science. In order to accomplish the project goal, it demands the completion of various research, such as examination. The session contains study on how examination work, the process involved, and the possibility for improvement. Both student and the teacher will be able to benefit from the system. With the exception of small server disruption, this web platform suggests that the system will be available 24/7 as the student can revise their past examination or see the result from the past examination.
Before we dive in detail about this online university examination system, we would like to give some review of the current existing system. First, it is time consuming. It will consume a lot of time since everything needs to be done manually, such as printing the question on papers. Next, more invigilators are required if there are a lot of candidates for the exam. The third one is paper leakage. The chances of paper leakage are a lot more compared to online examination system. And last but not least, late result processing, which result processing takes a lot of time since it is done manually by the teachers or lecturers.
Feasibility study. For feasibility study, we have 4 feasibility, that is technical, operational, legal, and scheduling. For technical, based on research, we have concluded some point that is the system need to know the amount of user, not specific but more like a range between 1 or to 2000 or 2000 to 4000 like that. Then the type of user like teacher or student, and type of question, whether it is MCQ or subjective question that need to fill in the blank, uh, draw the answer or something like that. And then for operational feasibility, can put out the ideal process of the examination, like the technical one, and it have a tutorial interface for student and teacher on how to use the exam system, so that new student can know how to use it very well. Then legally feasibility is we need to check the software whether it is correct or not, so that the system can run smoothly and efficiently. Lastly, the scheduling feasibility. This is to help the student so that the student can have more time to answer if they have a problem with the internet or something like that.
There are some drawbacks in using a traditional way of examination, such as time-consuming. It is when the lecturers have to actually print out the questions on papers and set up the time and place for the student to carry out the examinations. Other than that, sometimes the results of the examination may not be that accurate because of some errors may arise due to omission or commission. Besides, the chance of losing exams result is higher due to missing of examination scripts during marking. And also nowadays, the obstacles of the outbreak pandemic COVID-19 we're facing forced us to perform almost everything but virtually.
So for requirement analysis, we can conclude that our requirement is the student and teacher can have access of the system during the examination period. The system must have a high degree of flexibility, which a student can visit the online examination through the browser, not some through app, specific app like that. And lastly, the system can also read the paper under certain plan according to the reference answer provided by the teacher.
For functional requirements, our team also got the chance to visualize the system in a case diagram. In case diagram, it described the high-level function and scope of the online examination system. These diagrams also identify the interaction between the system and its actors, which is, for this case, the students and teachers. As we can see in this diagram, both users, which is the students and the teachers or lecturers, can log in into the system. But for students, there are a few things that they can do when they access to the system. First is registering or fill in online form before they sit for their exam or test, and then answer question during the examination, and then submit their papers, and finally viewing their exam results. For the faculty members or teachers, lecturers, and also educators, they can set question papers, such as adding question, update question, view question, or even delete the question that have been posted before. Next, they can review the student's application, and last but not least, they can declare the results by emailing the results to the student or even posting it on the system itself.
This is the activity diagram for online university examination system. This diagram shows about the step-by-step or flow of the system work. Actually, it is have three groups. Student at the top, second is the system, and third is lecturer. First, student need to log in with their matrix number and password. After login successful, lecturer will get the student information. Exam paper or question will give to the student and the time limit give to the system to set the timer. Student must enter the code that lecturer have given at outside of the system. If successful, the student can answer the question and the timer will start. After that, the student upload the answer and the system give it to the lecturer. Data of the timer also give to the lecturer. Lecturer mark the answer and give the result so that the student can see the result. Lastly, student log out from the system.
Okay, so this is the sequence diagram of online university examination. It shows that the user will be able to log in their account using their credentials. After the login process is success, user can manage all the operations on lectures, students, exams, and results. All the pages, such as exam and results, are secure, and user can access this page after login. The diagram on the slide helps to demonstrate how the login page and how the lecturers can manage the examination management system.
Non-functional requirement in online examination system. For the first point, reliability. The application should be highly reliable and it should generate all the update information in correct order. We go to the next point is security requirements. Security requirements. Some of the factors that are identified to protect the software from accidental or malicious access, use, modification, destruction, or disclosure are described below. Keep specific log or history data or history sets, assign certain function to different modules, restrict communication between CAM areas of the program, check data integrity for critical variables. Later version of the software will incorporate encryption techniques in the user or license authentication process. Communication needs to be restricted when the application is validating the user or license. And the last point is performance requirements. Some performance requirements identified in list below. The database shall be able to accommodate a minimum of 10,000 records of students. The software shall support use of multiple users at a time. There are no other specific performance requirements that will affect development.
In system architecture, I will explain two topics. First is layer architecture and second is database structure. Meaning of the layer architecture is the frameworks. Components that are related or the similar are usually placed on the same layer. This is the layer architecture for online university examination system. In presentation layer have login interface, enter code, upload, and so on. In online exam module, we have three different modules. Administration module can control all of the system. Department module is special for lecturer and examiner. And lastly, student module, of course, for the student. Each of module have many different from aspect of the function. This is the online system or real-time system. We need server so that the user can use it at the same time. We use Apache Web Server. For the database or storage, we use MySQL database to store all activity in the system and store the result and question. This is the database structure for this system. We have students store the matrix number, full name, IC number, email address, and telephone number. For answer, store the type answer and time taken answer. We go to the lecturer. Lecturer store ID number, full name, IC number, email address, and telephone number. For the course, store only course ID. In exam, we can see the date exam, name exam, time taken, and ID exam. In question, we have type question and name exam. Lastly, for the result, store mark result and grade mark. The arrow stand for the data needed from one local file data to the another one file data.
This user interface design of online university examination consists of a display of login menu, a display to make examination questions, a display of student exam question, and a display for students to see their scores. This display login page asks for username and password from the user who will operate this system. This login will receive several user categories like students, lecturers, and system administration in accordance with the authority of each user. This display of examination questions making is for users such as lecturers that can create variety questions and set the answers to the facility provided. This display of student exam questions is for examinees. Students online who have logged in and succeed will get to see the online exam questions as displayed. Lastly, this is a display for students to see their scores. For a student user who has successfully logged in can see the results of examination.
We hope that this online university examination system can help all of the educators out there to conduct their examination without relying on pen and paper based examination, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic. That's all from us. Thank you.